Go, go, go! Let's do this.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Guns for Hire. Welcome to GameBites, where we talk about video games, movies, music, and technology, where your comments, questions, and opinions may also be used in the upcoming You Always Win podcast debuting this Friday. So make sure that you comment below. Let your voice be heard, whether you have an opinion, a comment, or anything like that relevant to the topics that we talk about. So why is Sony not allowing crossplay to happen on their console? They do allow it for PC. They've allowed it for years, even on the PS3, whether it's Portal, I think it was Portal 2, and a number of other games and everything like that. But they've never allowed crossplay to happen between Sony PlayStation and Microsoft Xbox. They also don't allow it, actually more recently, with the Switch, with Nintendo. Now, why is that? Do you have an opinion as to why they don't allow that? Is it something they absolutely should? And what's going on? Why is everyone so upset about this crossplay action? And I think largely it's to do with the Fortnite thing. I have a theory on this right now in terms of why Sony's not doing it and why it's being such a big deal, why media and everyone is talking about it. First off, Sony is destroying their competition. They have more than a 2-to-1 ratio in terms of total number of consoles sold, the PS4 in comparison to the Xbox One, even with the Xbox One X coming out, which isn't really a shocker because it's more expensive. Yes, it's a phenomenal machine, but it's kind of a luxury item, especially in today's day and age. 4K is fine and everything like that, but evidently it's not enough to boost the Xbox sales. For Sony, they have everything to lose and really hardly anything to gain. Of course, Sony, in my eyes, it seems very obvious why Sony wouldn't actually allow crossplay. They are destroying their competition. 2-to-1, at least 2-to-1, and even in sales, even after all this negative publicity, which is being stirred up primarily by Microsoft, by the way, which is kind of my point here, is they have nothing to gain from this. All they're going to do is basically say, okay, instead of having to buy a PS4 to play with your PS4 friends, which if you're looking at numbers, majority of the gamers are playing PS4. Even if you took Switch and Xbox One combined, they don't add up to the number of PS4 consoles out there and PS4 gamers. So they have everything to lose. If they allow crossplay to happen, people are less likely to go, oh, well, I was going to get an Xbox One, but my friends are on PS4, and that's kind of where I want to play. Because remember, a lot of people always say, oh, get the one that your friends are playing on. If that's true, then you're more likely to buy a PS4. However, if Sony opens up and allows crossplay, you're like, hey, I don't actually need to get a PS4. I can still buy my Xbox. I bought an Xbox 360, and, I got an Xbox, or I want to get an Xbox One, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? It's more of a deterrent to buy a PS4. Whereas if you're saying, no, you want to play with PS4 gamers, you need to get a PS4. It's smart in terms of marketing for Sony. They control the market share right now. If they open it up, people are like, you know what? I'm just going to get the Xbox One. I can still play with my friends online, for a certain limited games. So that's what I mean. They have everything to lose and nothing to gain. Of course, this is a publicity or a marketing campaign instigated by Microsoft. It seems so obvious to me that they're doing this. They tweet out, they're like, hey, Switch and Nintendo, you want to hop on and play some Fortnite? They're purposely planting these seeds, getting people all riled up. But the only people that are really getting riled up are people that are buying the Xbox One. I'm not here to bash you at all, but that's a choice you made, or a Switch. The PlayStation people don't care, and really at the end of the day, as long as you're in a lobby and you're playing Fortnite with friends or whatever the case may be, there's always going to be people there. What does it really matter? Make some new friends on Xbox. When I played PlayStation 3 when I first got it, it was my first time going online with, I think it was Call of Duty 4. I didn't know anyone. And after playing match after match after match, I suddenly had a full friends list. You just joking around, you find people that you like. Socialize people, go out there and make some friends. This whole thing about no crossplay and making it such a huge deal, I look at it as a marketing smear campaign from Microsoft, desperate to get numbers. Because even after this, the sales continue to be 2 to 1. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, it's week by week hardware sales, 211,000 units sold to PS4, and 87,000 in Xbox One. It's more than a 2 to 1. Even though people are like, oh, there's no crossplay, it's gonna hurt them. It's not hurting them. Sales aren't slowing down. Xbox is continuing to lose market share on this. It's not affecting anything. As I said, if you were owning a business, right, and your competitors, why would you allow your competitors? If you allow that crossplay to happen, you're basically allowing and saying, hey, you know what, go ahead and buy the competitors. We'll still let you play with our people over here. No, it's not. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me why a business would do that. Sony is doing it because it makes sense from a business standpoint. And really, the gamers on PS4, which control the market share right now, I don't think they care. I really don't think. There's a few articles that are like, look at this, if I logged into my PS4, I can't go onto my Switch. How many people of the PS4 also own a Switch? Now I say that, but I actually own a Switch as well. I have a PS4, 2 PS4s, a PS4 Pro, and a Switch. And I did have an Xbox One, which I gave away a long time ago. That being said, I own one, but it's not that big a deal. Like the actual percentage of people that probably own both and really want to play on both seems a little whack, but they're making it a lot bigger than it should be. And Nintendo and Xbox, of course it makes sense for them to do that. I don't know, I want to know your opinions. This is something that we may be discussing on the podcast this Friday, so please give us your opinions, your comments, any questions that you may have relevant to this topic, and we may choose your comment in this Friday's podcast.